right here. So first we'll say int, I'm defining a comma b comma c. So I define three variables and then semicolon. A comma b comma c. I have three variables and semicolon. Don't worry about yellow sign. It says that we have not used it, which we will be using in shortly. A comma b comma c and semicolon. Now I want to define here a equals to 2 semicolon, b equals to 5 semicolon. Now I will say c equals to a plus b, and then I want to print out. So first, why don't you type, make sure you understand. So here I define three variables, a comma b comma c semicolon. Then I initialize the value. A gets 2, I initialize, and 5 gets b. So that initialize, and I'm doing mathematics here. C equal to a plus b. So C is going to get A is 2, and B is 5. So 2 plus 5, which is 7. So C is going to get 7. So my process, I'm doing math. Now I want to print it. So in order to print it, I'm going to show you some hint here. Type here S out. Everyone, please see on the screen. Please understand. After C, just type S out, and tab. So it will type everything for you. Let me repeat. Just type lowercase s out, and then tab, system out. In double quotation, write maybe answer equals to, and then plus C, because you want to print that. Plus C, you want to print it. So the way I got this thing by type lowercase s out, and then type tab, press tab. So when you tab it, it will write everything for you. System out println will help you to print. And this one is message, your messaging answer. Anything you write is a message. And plus means join, and you are printing the answer C, right? Once you have everything written correctly, you right click and run file and see if you get 7, sorry, my mistake. Right click and run file. Right click and run file. If everything is there, right click and run file and get 7. And you should get 7 without any difficulty. Give me thumbs up that you are able to run it, and if you have any question, please ask. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please understand, you do not write entire thing here. You just do s out lowercase, s out lowercase, s out lowercase, right? And then you press tab. Then you press tab. Anything you write in double quotation, anything you write double quotation will be printed as is. Plus means join, and then you write your variable C, which is your printing as the answer 7, right? Please understand. If you have any question, please ask. Anything doesn't make sense to you, ask. Your entire program is in a main method. This is your class. There are 3 variables, and then semicolon, end of the line. This is the initialized value. This is the process, and this is the output.
Tom, when I write out and press tab, it doesn't give me this system out print.
Yeah, so remove that. Remove and try one more time. Sometimes, it doesn't work that way. So make sure you type lowercase s out.
Right.
Then again try. It will work. So let me show you. So
okay, did. Yes, it did now.
Sometimes doesn't work, but I noticed that if you do again one more time and then tab, it does work.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Good. Still happy? Okay. So first of all, this is our last week concept, right? We know how to define variable, we know initializations, we know how to do process, and we know how to do output. Now we are starting our today's topic. Please understand, I'm going to show you something. I want you to fully pay attention, because next 5 to 7 minutes, I'm going to explain something which is new. Okay, more you pay attention, easier it will become, right? So right now, what I'm doing is I'm hard coding. I'm hard coding this value. So when I hard code, so right now give 2 and 5. So if I run this program first time, I'm going to get 7. If I run this program 100 times, will my answer change or I will always get 7? Always get 7.
Same.
So this program is not useful. Why? Because it's a hard coded. So how do I make program interesting? Where user enters, listen carefully, where user enters, remember we talk about ATM pin and all, where user enters and my program can calculate plus. That would be good, yes or no? Every time when I run my program, user enters and my program calculate the answer. That would be cool, yes? So how we make the program where user enters? Now I want you to stop, give me 7 to 8 minutes so you'll understand, okay? This will be 2 questions you will see in the exam. So I want you to pay attention. It will take around 7 to 8 minutes. Please understand. First of all, this line I don't need to change. This line I don't need to change. This line I don't need to change. But I don't want to hard code my value. I want to read from keyboard. Do you guys agree on it? I want to read from keyboard. And if I want to read from keyboard, do you know how to read from keyboard? Anyone? Maybe not. So just like anytime when you want to read from the keyboard, you need a reader. You need a reader. So here the reader is scanner. S capital scanner. Please pay attention. Scanner. This is the utility. This is the utility which will help me to read keyboard. So which utility? Scanner. Which utility? Remember scanner S capital. Now this utility is not you have to download. It is available in Java. But Java say this utility available in util package. Util package. So we'll say Java import that. We say Java import this utility for me. So Java will import for us. Now this utility read that, but then this utility read a lot of things. So we need to say read from keyboard. So there is another concept. Keyboard means S capital system. S capital system dot in. In means keyboard. So system dot in. System dot in means keyboard. And scanner will read this keyboard and get the answer. So how many utilities you have? Scanner is utility, but then that utility can read anything. It can read magnetic stripe, it can read touchscreen, but we are saying, hey, read from keyboard. So that system.in. What is system.in? S capital system means machine and in means input. Now I don't have what you call camera or I don't have magnetic stripe. I have keyboard, so it will read from keyboard. Can I use magnetic stripe just like ATM? Yeah, that program works exactly the same way. So right now I understand scanner, but scanner come from util package, so we'll import it. Now I have one simple question. Let's say I'm doing some basement work, which I normally don't do, but let's say I do basement work and I realize that I need to fix one nail. So for that I need a hammer, yes or no? Do you guys understand? I hope everyone knows, right? If you want to fix the nail, you need a hammer, not a screwdriver, right? So I will go to Home Depot and I buy hammer. As soon as I buy hammer, it is my hammer. Yes or no? Say yes or no? Then I can do color, I can do decoration, it's my hammer. Yes or no? But when I buy hammer which is available in Home Depot, there are other hammers will be there. But I only get my own hammer. Make sense? So if I color my hammer, maybe red color, green color, will it change original hammer? No. So Java works this way. Java says that you use utility. Utility is nothing but hammer. You have to create your utility. Speak with me. You have to create your utility. You have to create utility. And the only way you create is using word new. New. And when you create your utility, it's your utility. Then use whatever you want. But without creating utility, you cannot use it. So ask yourself question. I need a hammer. But hammer is a concept. But then I go to Home Depot and I pick one hammer. That's my hammer. Then I can do color that hammer. Otherwise, just like a car. Car is a concept. But my car, blue color, this, make, model. So I decorate that, right? So I'm going to do it. I don't want you to type right now. Don't be smart. Watch it here. I'm going to do 3 times. How many times? 3 times. The reason I'm going to do 3 times because I want you to get it. I do not want any question after 3rd time, because the only way you will ask question, because even I 3 times you did not pay attention. Okay, I give you guarantee 90% success rate I'll get. I never get 100% because I always believe no matter teacher work hard, ultimately student define teacher's grade. Do you guys agree or not? I work hard, I thought I did good job, but somehow someone will not pay attention. We'll have error. Not today, next week also, and week after also. Even lifetime they will have error. You know why? Because the most important thing they are not paying attention. This is the most important thing, because you're reading keyboard. I'm going to explain 3 times, but if you don't pay attention, there is no way in the world I can help you. Make sense? So I need 7 minutes. See how what I do. Do not type. I'm going to do 3 times. First time, second time, and 3rd time. And then 4th time you will do. And then we'll do 5 exercises. After that, if you don't understand, God helps you, right? There is nothing I can help. Okay? So see here. Don't do anything. Just see. My intention is to read from keyboard. So I'm using anywhere I put it here. And I say, I have a keyboard. So I'll say S capital system.in. Do not type. See on the screen. Do not type. I'm going to repeat. System.in. Why system.in? Because that's a keyboard, right? But that keyboard I cannot read. So I use in parenthesis and say, hey, utility, read this keyboard. So utility is scanner, S capital, scanner. And then scanner say, hey, you have to create your own copy. So I use a new, your own copy. And that own copy, if I buy hammer on my hand, what should I have? Screwdriver or hammer? Hammer. So you're saying, I'm creating a copy of scanner, and now I'm going to say my scanner. Or I can say my scanner like that. Or I can give SC, whatever name I want, right? When you buy a dog, you can say Tommy, Tom, Kevin, yes or no. You buy a dog, doesn't mean dog means dog. You give any name, yes or no. This is your variable. You can give any name. Can I give scanner 1? Can I do scanner 2? You can give anything. And then you do equal. So if I read in English, it says that read keyboard, scanner, read keyboard, and create a copy. And that is my copy. Now onwards in my program, I'm going to use this thing. But it's crying right now. It's crying. You can see a lot of red color. The reason it is crying because the scanner comes from utility and we have not imported the utility. So we need to click on this light bulb. We need to click on the light bulb to see it will give you import. Check it out. Do you agree or not? It gives me import. Import util scanner. I just need to click it and it is happy. So now what happened? See here. Now what happened? I can now see here there is a line added by Java. Line added by Java. Java says that, oh, you are using scanner, so I need this import utility. So you need to import. When I click on the light bulb, it added this thing. Now, if I read in English, keyboard I'm reading, through scanner utility, I created my own copy and I name as a scanner. Once I name as a scanner, then what I can say, now I can ask user, enter PIN, enter passcode, enter user. So I'm going to do now. Check it out. Do not do anything. Just see here. So I'll say S out, tab. S out, tab. And I'll say enter A. Oh, I understand now. Enter A. So if you enter A, I'll take SC3. Why SC3? Because that's my utility name. And then I'll say next int, because I'm reading integer. So I'll say next int. So I read integer. So now pretty good. Now I'll copy that. I'll copy this 2 line. Why? Because once I read A, I know how to read B. Wow, that's simple. If I know A, I can read B. So now I don't need to hard code. So now let's read what we did. Please understand, you're done typing, you just see here. So now if you read carefully, read keyboard scanner, and this is now my scanner. Now I'm asking user, enter A. When user see A, user enters. Whatever user enters, it is integer and will assign to A. Again ask user, enter B. User will enter B. Whatever user enter B, I will assign to B. How does it read? Because this S3 is reading keyboard. So when user types, it will take that and assign. So let me run it. Please don't do anything. Just see here. So if I run my program on my console, you will see the keyboard will be blinking. Check it out. It will be blinking. So it will be blinking and say enter A. Oh wow, look at that. Enter A. So if it is enter, if you say enter PIN, I'm not going to enter my first name. I'm going to enter PIN. So he'd say enter A. So I'll say 10. And if I press enter, it enter B. I say 20 and I get 30. Oh wow, it works. Run again. So if I run again, now it's enter A again. This time I can enter anything because it's a keyboard now. I can enter 100. So let's say 100. Enter B. I entered 200 and I got 300. Wow, program works. Program works. Now questions. Any questions so far?
Can you please repeat?
No. What's your question first? I will repeat, but question. I will repeat, but question. What specific question you have? I will repeat again. But please understand, repeat is not the question. What is the question? Any word making not sense, please ask. Anyone ask question? I'm going to repeat. How many times I'm going to repeat? 3 times. Did I say or not? So there is no need to worry about it. But you have to have a question if there is a confusion. Any question are welcome. Because after 3rd time, if you say it's not working, I feel very bad. When I'm driving, trust me, my heart will be broken. You will be not believe that, but I don't feel good. After 3rd time, every time I'm going to say any question, and so it's not working. That's a real awkward. Why? Because each and every steps I'm explaining. If you have a question, please welcome. Ask any question. Okay? Good? I'm going to do 2nd time. Right? Let's repeat. So I'm going to remove.
Why there is A is equal to SC3 dot next int.
So if you are in ATM, right? You're in ATM, right? In ATM, it's enter PIN, right? So let's say you enter your PIN 1, 2, 3. What this program will do? What ATM program will do when you enter 1, 2, 3? You can say something.
It's taking PIN.
And then what? It is taking this PIN and assigned to first name?
No.
Last name?
No.
It assigned to PIN.
Yeah.
So if you're asking enter A, whatever you enter, you're asking B. This is the way keyboard will read, and this is the way you read integer. There is no difference here. You see that? Same thing. But you are saying enter PIN. Whatever you enter, it will go here. If you say enter passcode, and it will enter. And so this is your variable. You know what you're asking. If you're asking A, would you here write B? Would you write B here? And if you say B here, would you write C here?
No.
Same. Very good question. Any other questions?
Thank you, sir.
No problem. See, remember, asking question, you get clarity. I like questions. But if you are not asking questions, not understanding, and then not doing, then what's the point of taking this class? There is no point. First, clarity. This is very important topic. That's why I'm taking time and explaining, right? Reading keyboard is important because that makes program much more versatile, right? Any other questions? Good. So I'm going to do 2nd time. Okay. Hint, this is for you. After that, you need to walk me through line by line. Okay. I'm going to ask you.
Thank you.
So be ready. Okay? Be ready. You have to explain line by line. This time you will be full focus. Remember bird's eye or bow's eye, right?
Yeah.
Now bow's eye. Okay. Let's get started. First of all, what are we doing? Keyboard. What is the keyboard? System, S capital, system.in. What is system.in? It's keyboard. But I can't read keyboard. Okay, I need utility. So parenthesis, right? In parenthesis, system S, and then I write S capital, scanner. Scanner is the utility. But the scanner, I need to create my own copy because without copy, Java doesn't allow me that. So I'll say new. And if I create my copy, that will be a scanner copy. So I can give any name. I can say SC. I can give any name. I'll say SC, and I'll say scanner, S capital, scanner, and line ends with semicolon. So what did we say? Read keyboard, scanner, and create. New means create a copy, and I'm giving name onward. Now onward, this is my variable, just like you do ABC, just like that. This is the variable, but this variable is integer, while this variable is scanner. So I can read keyboard through this variable. Now it's crying, so I get a light bulb, and there's an error. So I need to click here. I need to click here. I need to click here, and when I click, it gives me import. And when I click on import, I just click on import, it will import it. Once I import, now I have this. Now I have two problems. I need to read A and read B. If I want to read name, then I'll read name. If I need to read something else, but right now what I need to read? A and B. Why? Because that's my input. I don't have input. Without A and B, I can't calculate C. That's a problem. Okay, so if I want to input, I say S out, tab. If I want A, I say, hey user, enter A here in little space. Now user say, I will enter. Do you know how to read? I say, yes, I know it. Enter something. So he's going to enter, and I'll say SC dot. SC means next, and then INT. Now you say, why SC? Because that's your scanner utility, right? This is your scanner utility. That scanner utility, you are saying, hey, scanner utility, read the keyboard, whatever user enter, that's an integer, and that give it to A. Okay, got it. Now I'm gonna bring this guy here so you guys can see better, right? Now, after I do that, I'm not gonna type that. I'm gonna highlight that, Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V. Because once you enter A, you enter B, and that is same as a B. You don't change that. Now I understood. You can see I'm reading 2 value. Can I read 3rd value? Yeah, I can read, but I don't need right now. Because in my example, I just need 2 input, A and B. What if I need 3rd input? Same concept. If I need integer, I do int. If I need a float, I'll do float. If I want spelling, then just next. If you just want spelling, just say next. If you want decimal value, then you can say next float, next float. Whatever you want to read, you need to tell, right? Just like you're reading enter pin, means you are reading numeric. If you say enter your first name, you're reading spelling. So this scanner utility has a lot of method. This method reads integer, and that's what we need. Once we have done, now you can see the utility has imported. If I don't have this line, it will cry. And whenever it cries, light bulb comes, I click on it and import. Import. When I import, Java will give me support. Everything is working fine. Now run again, right click, run file. When I run file, you will see, first thing you will see enter A. Why am I seeing enter A? Because I'm asking enter A. If I say enter pin here, it would have display enter pin here. Then I need to click here, yes or no? It is waiting for me. It is waiting until I give a input. It's not going to move forward. It's waiting, 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 waiting. So now I click here. I need to click here. I need to click here, and I enter maybe something. Let's say I enter 20. And then press enter. As soon as I press enter, it will assign to 20 to A. So A will get 20. And now it's enter B. Now let's say I say this time I enter 50. And I press enter. So what happened? As soon as I press enter, A gets first value and B gets the second value. Now, if I press enter, it does value and calculate C, and then you can see the result, and you can get 70. Makes sense or no? Any specific confusion? Because I written SC here, I'm using SC here. If I write here my SC, I will write my SC. Because I'm reading integer here, I use integer. If I use here float, I would use float. If I have string, I would just say next. Makes sense? So here, I'm going to remove now, and you tell me one by one, line by line. Tell me what should I do. Here, let's get started.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I know the concept. It's just like it takes time.
Try something. See, I don't know word. Honestly speaking, not enough. Try something. Whatever you have.
My new scanner.
No. Let her speak, because that word I don't know. That won't help him. Start something. Come on. I'll help you. Come on.
So, okay. So should I scanner
Okay.
SC3?
I don't have to have SC3. I can use SC. Very good.
SC. Then I do equal sign. New scanner.
If I want to create a new, right? So I'll say new.
Yeah, new scanner. Then I open the parentheses.
If I want to read keyboard, what is the keyboard?
Enter.
Keyboard. How do I read keyboard?
Oh, keyboard. It's
System.
System in.
Right. See, you know much more than I don't know, right? See, I don't know words. I can understand someone who doesn't want to learn, they use word. So one request for each entire group, remove that word I don't know, because it's not going to help, it's going to hurt. Okay, you know a lot more than I don't know, right? Now what should I do here? Hint?
The semi, then it just goes to the line.
No, here. What should I do in the light bulb?
Yeah. I should import.
Yes, very good. Click on it and import. Click on it, import. Click on it, import. Now, what should I do? I need to ask user, enter A. So S out.
Yes.
Then tab. Then tab. And now what should I write? Enter clean or enter A?
Enter A.
Very good. And how do I get value of A? A equals to?
It's gonna be equal to.
See this is my variable here, SC. So what should I write? SC, SC5, SC. What should I write? If your name is Hind, would I say Mike or Hind?
Hind.
So
SC.
Very good.
Yeah.
Then dot next int. Why int? Because you are reading integer, right? Right. Now once you've done A, you copy this and you do
just do the B. Yeah.
And I do B here and B. Now after I save this thing, right click and run. Right click and run. And when I right click and run, the first thing you need to go to output window. This is your output window. In your output window, you have to click it. Now let's say I enter 8 and I enter 9. So you can see 8 plus 9, 70. Yes or no? Why don't you guys type? And you know a lot more than I thought. Okay, so congratulations. Now let's
Thank you so much.
You guys do it. Come on, type fast and do it. And give me thumbs up if you're able to type and run. Right? Try it. Okay. Make sure when you run, click on your output window, and when you click on output window, you should be able to enter the value. Thank you, Dick. Good job, guys. More thumbs up is better. Remember, I need to drive home with a full heart, not a broken heart, because you guys give me energy. Right? Good, very good. Good. Nice, Nehal, thank you. good. See, it works. It just works, right? More understanding is lifetime, benefits. After this, we'll take a small break and then we'll jump into if statement, okay? Because it's time to take a break. I think the most important part is reading scanner. There are 3 questions they ask in an exam. How to write this thing, system.in, S capital. How to write this scanner. Why you are writing new? Because it's creating instance. And they will ask you how to read integer, like that. So this type of 3-4 question in Java certification you may see. So it's important that you understand in and out. So those who are done, I would say you should take a break. Let's give ourselves maybe 15-minute type of thing. So we'll be back in 10:30. Those who are writing program, they can continue that. And those who are done, let's take a break, drink water, coffee, stretch yourself. 10:30 we'll be back, and then we'll continue the if statements. If you have any question, please ask. Not a problem. Okay, I'm still here to help. We are not done with the scanners. We will be using scanner in upcoming classes also. So it's not like, oh my God, I forgot. We will do a couple of times, making sure you are understanding today, and next week also we'll do. Those who are done, take a break, you have a little extra time, drink water, coffee, stretch yourself, and we'll be back at 10:30 a.m.
Thank you.
Yeah. Make sure it's a case sensitive nature. Everything is a case sensitive, and don't forget to import. You click here and you import. So in case if you have a problem, just click here, import. Everything is a properly case sensitive. So make sure your scanner S capital, whatever you use here, you're using appropriately here, right? And this next int I capital. So be careful with that. I is capital here, right? Nicely. And you can see this, everything. You remove the hard-coded value A equal to 2, A, B equal to 5. You remove the hard-coded value because you don't need now anymore. And then run the program. When you run program, don't forget to click on your console and then enter the value and press enter. Please follow me, everyone. Click on file menu, and new project. Let's start file menu, new project. Right? This time it will be a lot easier because you know the foundation now. So file menu, new project. Again, make sure you follow the flow. We are here in Java with Maven, and we're gonna continue next. This time I'll say my driver age. So we are writing a program, driver age program. So please give a project name, my driver age. You already know what is Maven does, so I don't have to explain. Now you're gonna say finish. So my driver age, and finish. Now if you click on finish, you will see now new project under your screen. I'm going to minimize this project, and you can see that this project, my driver is in your tree hierarchy, right? Anytime you click on this one, it will extend pom.xl. Can I count everyone is able to create project? Good, very good. Right, at this moment, I think we should be comfortable how to create a project because we are doing for a while. Please understand, day by day we get better. There are 4 words we never delete curly bracket. No. So Steve delete one bracket. If you delete any of this bracket, program won't work. This bracket is for class and this bracket is for method. You respect the curly bracket, never delete, right? Now, what is the program we are doing? So example, one guy, state went to Secretary of State or driver DMV Department of Motor Vehicle and say, I need license, right? I need license. The guy say, wait, let me check. you get license or not. So now, what question the Department of Motor Vehicle will ask this guy? What question they will ask?
Identification.
Sorry?
Who are you?
Who are you? So if I give my name Tom, will they approve?
Social security, something?
If I give you social security, would you approve?
You need last name too.
If I give last name Patel, would they approve?
Yeah, we'll see if you can have one or no.
You guys are, did you guys drive, did you went to the MV department? They don't ask any of this question. They don't ask any question. The one fundamental question they ask in order for you to get a driving license is,
You have to give test.
no, exactly.
Age.
The most important question is age. So please understand, we live in a real world. If I'm 2 years old, I will SSN? Yes. I will have first name? Yes. And Raman, I will also have a last name. Will you give me a driving license?
No.
Right? So ask question, right question. If you go to Bank of America and say, I want to withdraw money, they will ask first account number. You can't ask first name, last name, email address, and phone number. So right question for the right job. Empathy. Make sense or not? So first age. So now at least in Illinois, I do not know exact other states, but in Illinois, what is our driving limit? I think 14 years.
16.
16?
16.
16, yeah.
Let's do 16. So if you are less than 16, then you will not be able to drive. Yes or no? So this less than is comparison. But then I need a variable age. But how do I get age? Just like your program, previous program was asking A, B, and C. We ask user, enter age. I know how to enter age, yes or no? Scanner. So if user enter age, my program will check that age. If age is less than 60, then I'll say, sorry, you cannot drive. But if age is greater than 60, then you can drive. So I think we understand high level what we are trying to accomplish. Now, we need to understand what are my tools. So first tool is scanner. I think you guys know very well. The second tool is comparison. How do I compare? So for that, we are going to learn new things called if statement. So now we're going to say if, we'll say if age, what is age here? Variable. If age is less than 16. If age is less than 16, parenthesis complete, then curly bracket starts and curly bracket ends. And here we'll say S out, we'll say, sorry, you cannot drive. Yes or no? So if this condition is true, you cannot drive. Why? Because age is less than 16. But let's say you are not in that, let's say your age is 55. Then you will go to else block. In else block, you will say, yes, S out, yes, you can drive. So your two block, one block where you check the condition. If condition is true, you always go to that block. If condition is not true, you go to else block. Yes or no? So we're going to do that together. So let's get started. First thing, we will define variable. So in our case, neither first name, nor last name, nor social security will say enter input integer, will say age, because we will ask user enter age. But I don't know how to read keyboard, so that's why I need a scanner, which I think I know very well. So I'll say scanner sc new scanner system as capital .in. So now you can see that I can read it, and I can click here and I can say add input. So you can see nicely, I can import it. This line, I don't think you will have a problem because you already know this, how to do that, right? The reason I cover this thing because I know how to prepare you for success. So this way, at least you know how to read keyboard. Now I need to read age, so I'll prompt user enter age, which is very simple to do because you know enter A, enter B, same thing, S out, enter your age. Now, of course, user C enter age, user is entering, and I'll say SC, and I'll say SC dot next int. I'll say next int. You can just next and then you click on the int. So you got that. So this part, I think crystal clear so far. Any question which is bothering here? Why we did age? Why did we select this scanner? And why did we write this? Let me know if you have any question here. Good, right? Crystal clear. See, programming is so much fun once you start understanding, right? So you can see that you got the age. Once you got the age, now you have to use statement if. So now we are using decision statement if. Anytime you use if statement, you use parenthesis and write a condition. So our condition is very simple. If age is the variable, is less than 16. So this is the condition in parenthesis. If age is less than 16, then curly bracket, and you write, in curly bracket you write, sorry, you cannot drive. But let's say if I enter age 55 or 25, then you have to go to else block, because this condition will be false, right? This condition, if condition is true, you go inside. Otherwise, you go to else block. Makes sense or no? In else block, you write, you can drive. So you always need to understand, when you drive the car, you always have a choice. Either you go to left side or you go to right side. Makes sense or no? You cannot just say only condition for left side. That's called partial program. You have to consider true or false. If condition is true or false. If condition is true, you do first part. If condition is false, you do second part. So let's do it. So here, after this line, I'm writing condition. If, in parentheses, I'll say age is less than 16. So I write a condition. Anytime I write a condition, I use normally parentheses, right? And then curly bracket and press enter. And curly bracket and press enter. Make sure you write curly bracket, beginning curly bracket, and press enter. So here I go. I write curly bracket, press enter. You can see nice and clean. I have curly bracket and I press enter. I have curly bracket and I press enter. So when I press enter, I can see nice and closing curly bracket will be automatically written. Most people need to understand, whenever you have condition, you write condition in. If condition is true, then you curly bracket press enter. So after curly bracket press enter, you have closing curly bracket. Majority of people don't press enter. That create a problem. Make a habit. When you start a curly bracket, press enter. When you press enter, you have closing curly bracket. If you highlight that, if you click on it, you will notice that you have curly bracket. If you don't do curly bracket, you will have error, because this curly bracket was for main, this curly bracket for class. So you miss the curly bracket, you will have error. So far, any question? Make sense? Now inside curly bracket, why would I go inside? If you enter age 2, 2 is less than 60, it becomes true. So if it is true, you go inside. And inside you say S out and tab, and you can say, sorry, you can't drive, right? So this will be perfect. But here, what if age is greater than 60? In that case, I'll say else, curly bracket start and press enter. Curly bracket starts and press enter. Again, this is another curly bracket start, you press enter. And this is the another curly bracket for if. So you have two blocks. First block is if block, which is true, and second block is else block, if it is false. So you cannot do both at the same time. Either you are true or false. So your else block only will execute if the condition is false. If condition is true, you go to first block. If condition is false, you go to second block. So now you do S out and say, yes, you can drive. So you can highlight it yourself and see the block. You will understand the block. So first condition is true. You have the starting curly bracket and ending curly bracket. This is a true block. And if the condition is false, then you go in this block, which is this. Make sure you respect the curly bracket, because curly brackets are start and end. This curly bracket start and end here. This curly bracket starts and end here. Most people type program. Remember, you are not typing program, you are writing program. So you need to understand curly bracket. You need to understand syntax. Most people type without understanding the syntax. Curly bracket, it's a begin, and curly bracket is end. So you are saying that if this condition is true, then I'll write this message and I'll end. If this condition is false, I write this message and I'll end. And this is the main method, and this is your this. Now if it is everything is right, right click and run, and see on the screen what happens. It will prompt you your age. You will see it will prompt your age. You have to click on that. You have to click on it. So let's say my age 5, and if I enter, it says sorry, you cannot drive. Run again, and run again. And this time you click on the console. Click on console and see if you can enter age 22. So if I enter my age 22, then it's a yes, you can try. So both program is working. Give me thumbs up if you are able to run. And in console, you click on that console and enter first time maybe 5 and see what happened. And next time enter 25 and see what happened. Make sure, don't forget to click on console. Programming is all about focus, right? Programming is all about typing correctly, understanding responsibility, what you are doing, why you are doing, how you are doing. It's very simple to say, oh, I'm not sure. Oh, I don't know. Right? It's English. See here, it's English. If age is less than 60, then curly bracket start, curly bracket end, we are saying, sorry, you cannot drive. Very clear. But if age is greater than 60, this condition is false. If condition is false, you are going here. This block, you only go if the condition is false. It means your age you enter, which is more than 16, then you will go here. Both blocks are independent. That's why I call mutual exclusive. Make sure you write a program, check your program, run your program, and enter 2 different values and see if it works. Good. Thank you. Thank you. I need more thumbs up. I got very limited thumbs up. Those people do not know how to give a thumbs up. At the bottom, there is a thumbs up, right? So more people give me thumbs up, at least I understand you are understanding more, right? It gives me clarity. Otherwise, I will be confused, right? Is working, not working? Are you there? Are you confused? I can happy to repeat again and again, but I want you to try. I want you to see. If you have awkwardness, please ask question.
Tom, is scanner is the only utility we use?
There are thousands of utility, but reader part, scanner is the utility. Okay. But Java has a lot of utility, but we just started. So we are using scanner, but keyboard only through scanner through you can read.
Okay.
Tom, just a question. When I run, I got an error. It says compilation error. That means
it's clearly
mistyped something.
Yeah, of course. A compilation error means you type incorrect, and you read the error message. Program is in front of you. Ask yourself question where you made a mistake, right? You have to see line by line, right? It is going to be a little difficult unless you know. So in your error, it clearly says that, or sometime you will have red color, right? Most people's mistake is curly bracket, because those who start beginning program, they don't write curly bracket correctly. So check your program line by line, right? Line by line, right? Don't eat up any curly bracket, right? Type correctly. Make sure your parenthesis start, parenthesis end, curly bracket start, curly bracket end. In front of you, program is there. See if you can quickly find out.
You know, I have the scanner and they have the light bulb. Should I do import?
You know how to import, right? You know how to import. You click on it and import, right?
It's okay. Thank you.
Any other questions?
Spaces are important in if-else condition.
Spaces are not important. I normally do, so it's more readable. I normally do, it's for more readable, but it's not important. One is writing program and one is writing program with a proper format. Because I use program for many years, I write program more readable. Because you are my student, you are observing through camera. It's very difficult if I write paragraph. So I write a structured program. I write program which is more readable. I do a lot of arrows. I know where the errors are happening, so that's why I do that. And more space, give more readability, so that's what I do that. But you don't have to.
Thank you.
Can I ask you a question? I'm way behind, so I downloaded it and it says PMI-ACP.
Yeah, I would wait for next exercise. I would wait for next exercise because this exercise is done. So I will do next exercise. You can follow me. Yes. So those who are having a syntax error or compilation error, I would double, triple check your typing, because somebody said that good habit repeated, you will get good result. But same time, bad habit repeated, you get a bad result. So those who are already having a lot of compilation error, man, you have to be careful a little bit, because your mind, right? It's just a mind, right? Whatever you plant, you're going to get 10 times more, right? This is your mind. So your mind start having you are thinking, writing a program is a paragraph. You will make, let's say, my login. Please follow, type my login. And then you finish. Okay. Now, please understand, when you write program, every time you have a project. And in case if you don't have this main method, see right now, I have project, and project has my class, my login. You can see this beautiful my class. I have curly bracket start, curly bracket end, and main method. If you don't have main method, I can put it in a chat. So that way you can use it. You can save some time. Again, some of you might have old, program, and you don't get main method. You can use it. But any program we are doing, you will have class name and you will have method main. This username has to match with this username. And this password has to use this password. Yes or no? If this username and password is not matching, then it won't work. Otherwise, you can enter anything. It won't work. So username and password has to be there somewhere. If I'm a brand new user, I never created an account, will it work for me? No. Why? Because I don't have username and password set up. And let's say I have username in English, uppercase, sorry, and password is uppercase. So here, username and password is lowercase. Will it work? No. So you have to make exact comparison. So whenever you compare, match means compare. When you compare, you need an if statement. Say yes or no. Yes. And you are comparing one item or you are comparing two items? Two items. The last example, we were comparing age only. Yes or no? That's one item. Very simple to compare, is greater than, less than. But you have two items. So when you have two items, you have to use logical operator. So logical operator means AND. So AND operator, the way you do is you have to use ampersand. You have to use ampersand, two ampersand. So two ampersand means AND. Why? Because let's say my username, please see on the screen. Remember, you're making mistake, not understanding. You're not making mistake by typing. You're making mistake by not understanding. So when I explain something, 100% attention. You will avoid error. Trust me, and you will start learning. So you're using AND. Why? Because your username has to match username. And password should match with password. If my username match but password doesn't match, should I allow? No. So how I use two conditions? I need to use ampersand, which is two ampersand. So we're going to use two ampersand. Okay, but because it's a string, it's not like a number where I can do greater than, less than. So string, if you want to compare two string, A to A, then you have to use word equal. This will be exam question, equal. If you are comparing string, then you use equal. If you are comparing number, then you can say X equals equals. You do two equals if you are comparing number. So this means is X 5? Is X 5? But if I do X equal to 5, what that means? I am assigning 5. Means I am giving X 5. But when I use two equals, then I'm saying is X 5? Is X 5? And the answer will be true or false. But when I compare string, I need to use equal, E-Q-U-L, is a spelling. But string has a two problem, uppercase, lowercase. So there is a two thing, equal or equal ignore case. Equal ignore case. So username you can write uppercase, lowercase, doesn't matter. Username, if you write uppercase, lowercase, doesn't matter. But password has to be case sensitive. So password we should use equal, and username we should use equal ignore case. Why? Because email you write uppercase, lowercase, mixed case, it will work. It will work. So now I understood empathy. Do you guys agree or not? Without understanding empathy, if I write program, you're using hand, not your head. Now, if you understand this concept, then you write program. If you don't understand, please ask question. Any questions are okay. This moment, any questions? So far, so good?
Sorry, can I ask?
Yeah, this question. Any question here? Yep.
But I was thinking it's done, but it doesn't. It doesn't show me on the console what you said. Like
that's why I knew what you're going to ask. We are not there yet. This is the Bank of America. I'm trying to explain as a concept. Are you having question with the concept?
oh no, not now the concept I was on the the
No,
previous one.
see, right now we are in a Cancun. Let's think about Cancun, not a Florida, right? So any question with respect to Bank of America, whatever I'm explaining, right? Because if you are eating like a burger, let's have a burger, not a pizza questions, right? Right now, any question with this concept?
I understand, but I don't, not familiar with the terminology you are using, but I get it what you are saying. Like,
No, that's fine. If you understand, it's fine. I'm saying question.
Yeah.
Any specific
Yeah.
question here in the concept, because concept is very important. Have you logged in any Gmail or any Bank of America? What you enter, how it works, the concept has to be clear before we write program. I'm
Okay.
asking concept. Anyone, not only you, anyone has any question with respect to concept. Why do we need to use and? Why do we need to use and first of all? Why? Because we have two conditions. Username needs to match. Password needs to match. Why we need to use equals as a EQUL? Equals, that's the way Java allows you. So if you compare two spelling, you need to use equal. But uppercase happens, uppercase, lowercase. And if you want to ignore, there is an equal ignore case. Now, do you agree that we need a username and password in the database in order to compare? Because user can enter A, user can enter B, user entered. How do I compare? I need to go to database and compare, yes or no? So in our case, we don't have a database. So we will hard code the username and password and say, this is my true username. This is my true password. Compare that. If both match, then allow. Make sense or no? This concept, see, most people are still stuck on a program. Programming is not that difficult. Concept is important. I can do program, but if I don't have a concept, then what will happen? You can only do lab. That is what United States problem is. Please understand. Anytime we write a program, we always remain inside the main method. This is our main method. This is our class. In this class, we don't change anything in main. Now, I have to understand database perspective, what username and password I have. So let's say I create my username and password here. So first I'll create username and password. So I'm going to say here, please pay attention. I'm going to say, please understand. I'll say final. I'll say final. Final means no change. Final means no change. And I'll say S capital string, final, S capital string. And then I'll say UID, capital UID. And let's say username is Tom. You can also write Tom for now. So what we are saying, Java, don't change this. This is fixed. No one should change because it's in my database. No one should change. Final means fix. Final means fix. String means spelling. S capital, remember. String means spelling. And when you write capital, it's normally constant. Constant means fix. So example, if I ask country name, country USA, should we use constant or should we use string only? So first question is, when should I use final? If I cannot change a word, I should use final. So example, if I ask country name, which no one can change, then what? Final. Example, if I ask you pi value, pi. What is pi value? 3.14. Yes or no? Can you change?
No.
If I ask Illinois state, Illinois state tax, can you change that?
No.
So far, I cannot change it, right? I wish I can be a governor and I can reduce it, right? No, I can't change. So so in your program, if something you cannot change it, you use final. And that variable you normally use capital. That gives signal that this is a fixed value. Make sense? This will be a question in your exam. What is final means? Constant. Speak with me. Little energy. Lifetime will remember.
Constant.
It is proven that a person who speaks, they remember at least 3 times more than the person who doesn't speak. So it's okay to speak. Why? Because constant, lifetime. Final means constant, right? Can I use for everything? No. you cannot use for everything. The only thing you want, two things. You don't want anybody to change, and it is a fix, then you use final. So here Tom is the username. Now let's do again one more time. Final, S capital string, and PWD password, and that's my password, Tom123. And again, that's my database. So this is my fix and final. I don't want anybody to change it. Any question here?
How would somebody change it?
Those are different. I'll tell you, those are different. This is, remember the concept we were talking about, database should have username and password, right? Yeah. This is this one. We have not talked about user is going to enter. User is going to enter username and password, yes or no? That variable is different. This and this will be different because I will ask user to enter this information and I will compare these with this constant. Make sense or no? So I took this one. I'm done with this one right now. And then I'll ask user to enter this. These are different variables. Make sense or not? Yeah. Whatever user enters, that's a variable different. And whatever database has, those variables are different. Right? So how many variables will have? 4. Out of 2, user will enter. And out of 2, database has. So this is database because these are constant. I will ask user, enter your username and password. When user enters that, I'll compare with this. But when I compare, I need to have this value, yes or no? And these values are Tom and Tom123. Now we're going to add 2 more variables. Please understand. So I'll say, here I'll say string, S capital string, and here I'll say username equals to double quotation, means I don't know, and string password. This is what user will enter. These are variables. These variables user will enter. So far so good. This is fix in my database, and this is what user will enter. How user will enter? Through keyboard. And how we will read from keyboard? We know it. Reading from keyboard, we know it. Yes or no? We know how to read from keyboard through scanner. So right now, these variables are in my database, right? That's what we are saying. And this one user will enter. Now, when user enters, please understand, whatever user enters, I'll store that into this variable. Yes or no? And then I'll compare this one against this one. If when I compare, and if the comparison both is true, then login success. Otherwise, login fail. Makes sense or no? Please understand the concept. If I don't have fixed value, I don't know how to compare. So first I have fixed value, which is hard-coded value, which we call final. The second is the variable. Why it is variable? Because there is no word final, means I can change anytime different information. So now let's read keyboard. So we'll say scanner sc new scanner system.in, and you will have error, right? We are doing this for a while. Anytime you have error, you click on this light bulb and you import. You click on the light bulb and import. So scanner, this line we have been doing for last couple of programs. You know how to read scanner. So click here and import. So when you import, error will disappear. Up till now, any question, concern? Any issue with that? This is our constant. These are our variable, and we are reading keyboard. Any questions so far? Right? Now, if user enters, I need to store that value. So first we'll ask user, enter your username. So first we'll prompt. So we'll say s out. What are you going to say? S out. Make sure you listen to me and see on the screen s out and tab. Let me repeat one more time. See guys, it's important that you understand the concept. S out and tab. So first thing I'll say, enter your username and then space. And if that they enter username, I'll use into variable and say sc.next, because sc.next means I'm reading spelling. When I'm reading spelling, I use next. So what happens is now, whatever user enters username, I store into my variable, and that is my this variable. And same thing, I'll ask for password and I'll store into password, right? I'm not teaching anything, something very complex. Oh my God, I'm lost. No. Think about that. You're reading keyboard. We spent almost 45 minutes to explain this concept. You know very well. Now we are asking user to enter your username. You know how to enter A, you know how to enter age. If I ask you enter username, you're going to enter spelling. And when you enter spelling, that will store into variable. This variable, you already have it. So I copied these 2 lines and should not be a problem for you because this is same thing we have done for A and B. What should I write here? Password. And if you say that, means you understood that. And this password variable, I'll put it here. So now I have user input into my variable. Now what would be the next step I'm going to do? I need to compare. So how do I compare? So for that, I need to write if statement. So please see on the screen now. Please see on the screen. Please everyone. Please see on the screen. I'm going to do 2 times. I would say stop for what you're doing. Please see. Hello. Stop for 2 minutes. I want you to see. I'm going to do 2 times repeat so you can understand. Please see on the screen because this is the first time you're doing. So it's important that you see it, understand it, and then type it. So I'm going to do it. Please don't type. So first I'll write if. Please don't type. Then I use parentheses. And in parentheses, I need to compare. Am I going to only compare username or should I compare username and password? Username and password. So I have this username, which user enters. So user entered this thing, username. Then I said dot. Please see on the screen, don't type. Please see on the screen, don't type. And then I'll say equal. I type equal and I click on equal ignore case. Means you can write username uppercase, lowercase, doesn't matter. I double click on it. And then I use that with this user ID. So now see here what we are doing. Please see on the screen. Remember, learning is focusing, right? So here, user enter this username. So this username we are taking and we are comparing equal ignore case with our database username. Why equal ignore case? Because username can be uppercase, doesn't matter. So we are comparing. If that is true, if this is giving me true, then there is another concept which is and means and I'm taking 2 conditions and then I'll say what is user entered password, and this time it is a case sensitive, so I say equals, I double click here, and that is I'm going to compare with PAWD because that's my database. So now please understand, please don't type, just see here, this is what user entered. Then I'm saying equal ignore case with my database ID, and it's nothing but this and, it's kind of and, means if this is true, if username is matching and password is matching and so both conditions has to be true. If that's the case, then curly bracket, press enter, and I'll say login successful. So I'm going to do curly bracket and I press enter. Remember, curly bracket, press enter, curly bracket, press enter, and here S out, and I'll say login success. But what if you have problem? Maybe username is correct, but password is incorrect. Then I need to go to else block. In else block, I curly bracket, press enter, and here I'll say S out, login fail. Now don't do anything, just see here, please. I know you are tempted to type, just see here. So first one more time. User, what user has entered, we are comparing against with our database. And whatever user entered, we are comparing against data. If this is true and this is true, if both is true, then we are going in a successful block, which is login success. Else we are going in a error message. Now let me run my program. Right click, run, right click, run, right click, run. So it should prompt me, enter your username. I have to click on console. I have to click on console. I have to click on console. So now this time I'll say Tom, right? And I enter password Tom123. It says login success. Now run one more time. This time I'm entering Tom capital just to see equal ignore case works or not, right? Equal ignore case works or not. So let's say I say Tom capital. So Tom capital and Tom123 lowercase, and still login success, right? Even though the password username was up lowercase, I enter capital because equal ignore case allow me. Now if I right click and run again, this time I enter username correctly and password incorrect. So what will happen? So if I say username Tom and password ABC123, login fail. Perfect. Do you agree? So you can see how nicely it works. Now what we are going to do, I'm going to delete this part and you guys type along with me. Okay, so we can have a little habit here. So now let's get started. So we'll say if parenthesis, if parenthesis, and then we'll say username dot equal ignore case. Please type, everyone should type, and you compare that with our original UID, then space and use ampersand and type password equals, make sure you type, and C equals, and with compare with your password pwd, and then curly bracket and press enter, and S out, I'll say login success. Carefully type, make sure you understand this is your database information and this is what user, the variable you enter. So this username and password you just enter. So you are comparing them. And the end sign, and then curly bracket start, curly bracket end. Type carefully. I'll give you a program in a chat in few minutes in case if you are having a problem in typing, not a problem, but you should not have a problem in understanding. Okay. When you do dot, you will get the whole screen. You just click on it. It will write for you, right? This is your hard-coded final. And then I'll do else now. After that, you do else block and curly bracket, press enter, and you can say system s out tab, login fail. After that, save it and run it your program and see if it works for you. If it works, give me thumbs up. If you have a question, please ask. I'm going to put this program anyhow in a chat, so that way you have access to the program from chat also. Please understand, don't count curly bracket, always meaningful curly bracket you write as you go further. So I'm writing program till else block. You have everything in a main. I'm not giving you main block curly bracket, but everything is there, and I'll also add in a chat block, so you can also use from chat also. So I'm adding that thing from chat also. Please understand, entire program is in front of you. Run your program, enter different value, and see if it works for you, right? If you have any question, please ask.
So Tom, we entered equals ignore case. So that is the condition, right? It can vary what is entered in database.
No, this is not a condition. This is you are saying ignore uppercase or lowercase. Condition is this one, equal. You're comparing. Now, this is the value. So this is the value number 1 and the value number 2. You're comparing. The only thing you're saying, while I'm comparing, don't compare exact case. Uppercase like Tom or T capital Tom. Don't differentiate that. They are all same. That's what you're saying.
Okay.
Right?
Thank you.
And this one also says this is an exact match. It has to exactly match.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Those who are able to run it, give me thumbs up. So at least I want to know how many you are able to do it. Very good. Very good. Nice. See, you might have initial programming issues, but again, don't worry about it. It takes 3 weeks to get confident, but you have to push a little pressure on your mind also, right? Because your mind is such a beautiful thing, right? More you do, easier it becomes. Mind has an infinite capacity. Our human nature, we don't want to use our brain, right? Because it's so hard, right? That's why majority people don't like to do all heavy complex activity. My goal is to help you, explain it. I'm also recording the session. So those who are having maybe to join first time, those who are still thinking, I'm still not clear, you will get a recording. Watch recording, try again, watch recording, try again, but don't just give up so quickly. It takes time. 3 weeks. But after 3 weeks, you will get better. We do have a forum, informations are there. We do have a videos. We do have WhatsApp group. Join the WhatsApp group, ask questions. At the end of the day, you need to make sure your bullseye is getting a job. That's simple. Until you get a job, you're not done it. And this is like a very serious matter, right? If you're working, I want a better career, right? That's the reason it's a bullseye, full focus. If you don't focus, you're just learning and then not going to happen. Many of you are determined to come every day in person. You are asking, I want in-person class. But after a couple of weeks, you are online. It means you're not bullseye, you're not focusing. Until you get the mission accomplished, you shouldn't be stopping. You shouldn't be stopping. Okay? So keep doing. Yes, Raju.
In the if block, we use equals ignore first for the username and then the password just equal. Why don't we use the same equals ignore for the password as well?
That's why you need you try yourself, log into Gmail and try your password complete uppercase and see what happens. Try your password complete.
All right. So it's because of the case is sensitive, right?
Exactly.
Okay, got it.
So it's a real life scenario, my friend, right? Username doesn't matter. That's why we use equal ignore case. If I do their equals, then our program is like a little bit different than real life. In a real life, username can be uppercase, lowercase, mixed case. So we need to make sure our program support real life, right? Otherwise, people will not like it, right? That's the reason. Any other questions, guys? Yes, sir.
The double emphasis.
That is the syntax. That's a syntax. Java.
It's not that a single ampersand means
something else.
Oh,
yeah,
it does.
Yeah, it does something else. So single and has a meaning, different meaning, and this one has different meaning. If you want or, then there is a pipe, but this is require and. So this is this. So if you want to do or, there is a pipe. So pipe means or, means one condition is true, then you do or here. But here we need both conditions to be true, then we do and. Steve, you have to focus, more focus, figure it out, your own error. This compilation error should not happen.
it looks like an example.
No. If it is exactly, there should not be any error, right? Check yourself, line by line. Whichever the error you get, see that and move your mouse and try to see that. And again, auto correction. Why am I having compilation error? You shouldn't have a compilation error if you write exactly same, right? So give yourself a little pressure. Go start line by line where you have error. It will give you clue. Check that. First of all, class method, the else block. Make sure each one's compare it. It's very easy to find your own mistakes, right? This one is your curly bracket for this one to this one, right? There's a parenthesis here. There is a parenthesis here. Right? Make sure you do that properly. It will give you clue. Error always give you clue where you have problem.
Yes, it did. I had extra curly bracket in the end, so I had to remove that.
Yeah, and trust me, this more habit you build, right? Figure it out, you will be faster. You might notice that I don't have any errors so far. It's not because I memorize it, because I understand it. So I avoid those mistakes, which I know most people make mistake, curly bracket. So the solution is very simple. Even anytime you do begin curly bracket, you press enter. So it automatically write closing curly bracket. So that's why you might notice that anytime I do curly bracket, I enter and then I write this line in the middle, right? So curly bracket is the 60% error and the rest of the error is like spelling mistake. But curly bracket, if you figure it out, you will have zero problem later on. Good. I saw a couple of thumbs up. I didn't see more thumbs up. So where are the other thumbs up? I gave a program in a chat, right? I gave a program in a chat. Program you are able to see on the screen also. So where are you? Where are you guys? Good, good. You're getting more. Right? While you're typing program, you should understand why we are doing. This one was our hard-coded database. So this information was in database. This information we got from user. And that we are comparing with if statement. And we are saying if this is true, then login pass, otherwise login fail. If only you can go in this block if both condition is true. Otherwise it fail. Any other questions so far?
Somehow press the delete, got rid of this.
It doesn't delete that. Doesn't delete. Where is the? No, where is the program?
I've accidentally deleted a few lines.
Here is the program.
Oh,
You have to just import, my friend. You know how to import, right? You click here and import. That's it. The program has no error. Import. Remember library? Right? Library you have to import. Scanner you have to import. Now enter username. Come on, import. Library must be import. Whenever you use scanner, you need to import. I hope that it should be in our now second nature, right? Anytime you use scanner, you need to import. So in case if I copy paste the program, if I don't have a scanner, then I need to click here and import, right? That error is easy to fix. Just click here and import. So you can fix it. Good so far? I gave you program in a chat, but again, in case if you have not imported scanner, you just need to click here and import. So this way you can easily import, right? Click here and import. Please understand programming part, basic thing, anytime you use utility, you need to import. Now we're going to do another program. Please do brand new project, file, new project, May 1, and let's do next. And then give a name, my grade. Just say my grade. Please see on the screen and follow the flow. My grade. Now this program, let's define the empathy. So empathy is very simple. Please see on the screen. Empathy is simple. A teacher wants to enter the student's grade. So teacher, create a new project. Create a new project. There is nothing to lose. Create a new project, file new, and write my grade.
First, click project, so click file.
File new project.
I don't see new.
What is that project? File menu, new project.
File menu. Not see. Grade.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, guys, pay attention. New project, everyone.
Yeah,
Right? Make sure everyone follow me. Right?
Yeah.
Because otherwise we'll have trouble. Right? Remember, we are a bus. I'm driving a bus right now. I want to make sure you all understand. And you are all are sitting in the bus. Now, anytime I start, hey, 5 o'clock bus will open, everyone should be in a bus. Otherwise, if you are one in restroom, one is say 5 minutes, one is 2 minutes, 3 minutes, the bus will never be able to go forward. Make sense or no? So make sure we are remain in a bus because we'll have fun. Otherwise, you will be left out in parking lot or restroom. And you say, where is the bus? Bus will be somewhere else. So this is a new project. Okay. Let's understand the empathy. We just started file, new project. File, new project. I think this is our 9th exercise. We all should know where to go to file and new project. You guys agree or not? After next week, I'll not even say that how to start a project, right? File.
Sorry. Getting new Java application.
Did you type it? And let me repeat, Steve, one more time for you. Yeah. See here, Steve, you'll be laughing because this is something you've been doing for last 2 weeks. Go to here, file.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And see here, new project. Do you see that?
Yeah.
How beautiful it is, new project. Now click on it, file, new project.
Yeah.
Do you see Java main?
Yes.
How hard it is to click next,
Okay.
right? Now you can see how easy it is to write my grade. Next.
Java with I'm sorry. Thank you.
Right? You are doing this thing. Remember, it's not a first time. We are doing 9th time this thing. Okay. So now let me explain empathy. Empathy number 1. Teacher wants to write a grade program. Everyone stop and see here on screen because I want you to understand, not type. So teacher want to enter 3 subjects. Please see on the screen. Teacher want to write 3 subjects. Let's say he want to write subject English, math and science. Teacher say if I enter in any grade for English, any grade for math, any grade for science, I want my program to do total. Please see on the screen. Okay, one more time I'm telling you. Program needs to do total. Then program needs to do average. When program does average, then I need to check this program, is the students got a grade, A grade, B grade, C grade, D grade, F grade, or the student pass or fail. So I want to do something like this. Now, if you are taking this class, I'm assuming you have gone through some school, yes or no? And you should have some subject, yes or no? And this is not a complex scenario. This is a real life scenario. You guys agree? So teacher always ask grade. So how many subjects we have? 3 subjects. So Steve, how many inputs I need? Very good. Does it require rocket science? Now you can say, I don't know, then I have trouble. Do you agree or not? So one requirement is you need to have a common world knowledge. English, math and science, these are subjects. Do you guys agree? And subject, there are 3 subjects teacher is writing. Now you say, but why you are teaching grade and all? If I teach grade, then your mind soak it. Now, just for a second, if I change this program to credit card application, if I can ask instead of English, maybe first name, last name, your salary, your expense, it will be the same thing, yes or no? So we do first step, you do second step. And that's why muscle build. But first step has to be understood before you do second step. So here, your teacher, but in real life, you can have a credit card application, or you can have loan applications, or you can have some kind of calculations. That person will enter information. If you can ask English, math, science, or username, first name, last name, you can ask anything, right? Whatever user enters, you collect, and then now you do processing. Here, what processing we are doing? We are doing total. So how do I do total? How do I take three input and calculate total?
Addition.
Add all the
Addition.
subjects together.
I said total English plus math plus science, right? You say, but why E plus M plus S? That's my variable. Can I write English here? Yeah. Can I write math here? Yeah. Science. But how I get user input? How do I get user input? If it's a website, your text box. In our program, we have scanner. Yes or no? Our scanner through, we can read input. Yes or no? So scanner through, we can read input. And when I read input, I get total. From total to average, how do I get average? From total to average, how would I get average?
You divide it by, you get the total divided by 3.
Very good. You know, my friend, you know it, right? Total divided by 3. Now, there is nothing here complex. Why 3? Because there are 3 subjects. But what if I have 4 subjects? You divide by 4. What about 5 subjects? Wow, I got it. Now that part is clear. Now I got average. So if I make a condition, if average is less than 60, then I can say you fail. Do you guys agree or not? But if he's greater than 60, then I'll say pass. Do you agree? So first we'll do basic thing, and then we'll do complex. Rather than pass and fail, we say if you are having a grade between 0 to 59, then you fail. If your grade is 60 to 69, then you got D grade. If you're 70 to 79, you got a C grade. If you're 80 to 89, you got a B grade, right? And if you're 90 above, then you got A grade. So I can make that program, which is called multi-if condition. Speak with me, multi-if condition. So that will be our next program. But first program will just say, if your grade is greater than 60, then you pass, otherwise you fail. Make sense? So concept should be in your mind. I know you are first time doing programming, But concept, this how math, science, English work, that you are doing from grade level, right? What we are trying to bring that concept to the reality. Make sense? So for that, we are creating a brand new project. And whenever you do finish, you will have a class. So let's do finish. So you finish. So when you finish, you will have a class and you have method, right? So those who do not have main method, I'm going to paste in a chat. So you have that thing coming to your way. You just paste it and give me thumbs up and run your program. So you have hello world. After you paste it, right click and run. So your baseline clear. Right click and run and see if you get hello world. Right click and run, give me thumbs up. So your baseline good. Baseline means your program works before you start any additional. So you can see hello world. I added this line main method and this is my class curly bracket. Give me thumbs up so baseline is clear. Still good. People on phone, Fatima, so far baseline is good. Fatima took a long time, right? Everyone is good.
The thing is, it doesn't give me the console. I can type on the upper part, but it doesn't give me the option to run in console.
Did you right click and run?
Yeah, I did right click, but it doesn't give me the option to run. It gives me the option insert code and format, and it's buffering and it's showing the lines going. I don't know what happened.
No. First of all, let me break it down. Let's define the problem first. Are you able to see something like this?
Yes, and I copy and paste it, but it doesn't give me the option to run.
I understand. You have to clarify a little bit. When you right click here, it gives you option to run, but it might be gray color. Am I right?
No, it doesn't give me these options. And it doesn't give me the console part too.
No, don't worry about console. Where are you right clicking? Yeah. Are you right clicking in a Java Maven program? Do you see the project like this? With M?
I can see.
This is good, right? So now let's start. So first we'll define the variables. So let's define 3 variables. So we'll say, first we'll do math, second we'll say science, and third we'll do English, and fourth we'll do total, and fourth we'll do average. So we have quite good variables. Now you shouldn't be having any problem. Why this variable? Because these are 3 subjects, right? And then I'll do total and I'll do average. Can I do average in a float? Yeah, I can. Nothing wrong in that. But right now I'm taking average as an integer. Can I do float? Yes, no problem. So I define variables. I normally define variable on top. And it shouldn't be that complex because these are all meaningful variables. Math, science. Can I write whole science? Yes. Can I write ENG only? Yes. Can I write total? Whatever you write, use accordingly. Now I need a scanner. Now I need a scanner because without that, how am I going to input this variable? So for scanner, now I think we all should know scanner, SC. Now new scanner, and then in system in and semicolon. And whenever you do scanner, make sure you import. I hope that is clear. 6 times I spoke. So now click on it and import. So that part is clear. Now we need to prompt. So we'll say sout, enter math and space. Now user will enter math, will capture math. So we'll say sc dot get, sorry, next int, my mistake, next int. Why? Because math will do integer. So next int. So this is a numeric. Now math spelling is incorrect. So let's fix it. Math. So math is clear. Once math is clear, once I like that, then I just need to copy for science and English. That shouldn't be difficult. So I kind of copy that. And here I'll say, whatever I have variable, I copy that, nice and clean. You know now very well. And just copy this one more time. Remember, typing can be avoided by appropriate copy pasting. So use it. It will save some time and you will be more effective. So I have taken 3 inputs. Any questions so far? So far, any questions? I imported scanner, I have math, I have science, and I have English. Good, right? We are practicing so many times just to make sure you at least do 1 or 2 exercises. But if your computer doesn't help or your internet doesn't help, that's not my control. But explanation part, anybody watch this video, whatever we cover today, I'm guarantee it doesn't matter it's grade 5, it doesn't matter it's grade college, it doesn't matter first time, they will understand the way I explain. So if you are still thinking, oh my God, I'm not able to understand, we have a special setup. Either you can come in person or you can ask my team member, we'll help you. We are here to help, but you need to help yourself too. We will give you recording, you watch recording, you do that. We do have forum, you do homework. Day by day you get better. Now I have 3 subjects. Now what am I going to do? Total. So total equals to math plus science and plus English. So I got a total, not a problem. Now I need a average. So how do I get average? So average equal to total divided by 3. Now you say, well, how did you get this thing? I don't understand that. No, you just use this variable. So whatever variable you have average, use those variable appropriately and it will work. All those things I'm using as per the variable. So here I had total, so I use total. And then these 3 subjects, 1, 2, and 3 subjects. I did total 3 subjects. And the total divided by 3, and then I got average. Shouldn't be that difficult because you know very well. So now I have average. Now, very simple. Remember, I don't delete any curly bracket. So don't even think about deleting curly bracket. Curly brackets are here as well. Now I'm going to write if. So first I'll say if average is less than 60. Then curly bracket start and press enter. Then in that case I'll say sorry, means you fail. So the grade means fail, right? And else curly bracket, press enter, S out, you pass. Please understand, curly brackets are pretty good. Check yourself, very simple, easy. The curly bracket has to be well understood. And that's why I'm kind of drawing, I'm explaining here just to make sure you understand. If average is less than 60, you get fail. And if average is greater than, you pass. Save your program, run your program, and you will see that. Enter your 3 subjects, different thing, and see if it works for you. Are you getting pass and fail? If yes, give me thumbs up. Give me thumbs up so at least I know it's working for you. Those who are still having a typing problem, I'll give you program. So that way you can avoid typing too much, because sometimes typing takes time. Again, try to format your program such a way that you can easily find your own mistakes. So I'm going to run my program. When I run my program, it's auto save and console shows up, right? And if you have any problem with the console, you can see you have to click on the console first and say enter math. So then like 90 I got, and science, let's say I got 40, and English I got 30. So I got a grade fail. Now run more time, and this time let's say math I got, English I got 80, and here I got 80, 90, and 70, and see if I got passing grade. And yeah, there is passing. So program is working. So I'm going to give you entire logic till main block. So main block I'm not giving you. Main block and class I'm not giving. I'm giving you logic inside. So put it in a chat in case if you need help there. Entire program is visible in front of you and my program is working. Please don't remove any curly bracket and check it out. Let me know if you have any questions, concerns, doubt. You got input here, right? You got input here, you got input here, and you imported the system. Don't forget to import system. Then you do total and you do calculation, and then you do if statement, and then this is the else statement, and this is the main curly bracket, and this is the class curly bracket. Pretty cool. More thumbs up. I think a couple of thumbs up I got. So at least I want to know, are you guys able to do? Awesome, awesome. Right? Good. Those who are able to do, great. If you're having a problem, please ask.
One strange thing, it works, but one strange thing is that when it says enter match, the cursor, I have to go down a line.
You don't have to. Don't worry about that.
I can answer it. I
Yeah.
can do it on the same
Yeah,
line
you can.
as
Yeah, you can.
enter match.
Yeah, okay. So those who are able to do, first of all, I want to be very honestly saying thank you. Thank you for putting effort. Thank you for doing that. Those who are not able to do, you need to ask yourself question, why? Why am I not able to do? What's the problem? What is holding me, right? There are three situations. Situation number one, maybe environment is not helping, maybe internet, maybe computer, maybe software. Situation number two, you are not putting enough effort. I'll be honest with you. If you don't do this type of exercise, even after I do 4 or 5 exercises, then something definitely wrong, right? We are entering into a world called IT. And I'll be very brutal honest. IT is the only way people make a lot of money, right? And the reason we are making money because we are solving tough problem, right? We are solving tough problem. See, right now I'm a guide by side. I'm explaining and you're doing. So you need to make sure you continuously navigate and have a muscle to have a solution for the complex problem. And the best thing you are doing is using language to solve the problem. Trust me, programming, it takes time, but it doesn't mean you cannot do the programming, right? Many of you started last week only, and today you are doing if and else programming. If programming is 30% of your total programming. So wherever you work in a real life, 30% in your pocket, if you already know this thing. Next week, when we do loops, you will have another 20%. Then we'll do functions and procedures. So 70% you can learn programming in 6 to 7 weeks max. So in 7 weeks, you become 3 to 4 years of experienced person, given that you will put effort. Those who are having compilation error, those who are not able to type correctly, I have good news for you. You most likely have not done homework. The reason you have not done homework because you will have a problem. But make sure you don't make mistake. First 3-4 weeks, you put a lot more effort. In lifetime, you don't have to put effort. Okay. So now let's change this program a little bit more complex. So right now, I want to convert this program. Please pay attention. Rather than writing program where you pass and fail, I want to write A grade, B grade, C grade, D grade. So how do I do that? So in order for me to do this thing, please understand what I'm doing. After this curly bracket, you see else curly bracket creates some space. Make sure you see on the screen, please. After this else block, you create some space. Here we're going to write multi-if statement, which will help us to write a grade A, grade B, and grade C. Now, this multi-if statement, you have to be careful a little bit because there are a lot of curly bracket will happen, right? Many of you are still not very clear about curly bracket. Remember, when you start a curly bracket, you press enter and then you type it. If you do this, you won't have a problem. Otherwise, this next step will have a lot of curly brackets and you will be confused. Many people count curly bracket. You shouldn't be counting because you only do right and there is no need to count. So how you do that? So let's get started. So here, remember where I'm doing it. See, else is here. As soon as I click, it highlights. I created space here. This is the main block and this is the class block. So I create some space. Now you write here if average is less than 60. If average is less than 60, you start curly bracket and press enter. And you can say here S out grade F. Make sure you type correctly. Every step I'm explaining, but at the end of the day, it's you who make mistakes, right? Make sure you understand. So this is the main, right? This is the class. And I added condition. If average is less than 60, curly bracket start, press enter, and you write this line, grade F. But what if grade is between 60 to 70? In that case, I'll write another statement here. Check it out. Else if in parentheses average less than 70, and then curly bracket start, press enter, and you can say S out grade D. Nice and easy. Please understand, you don't count, you always start with the right curly bracket. You start curly bracket, you close curly bracket. You start curly bracket, you close curly bracket. Take your time, but make sure you type correctly. If you have a curly bracket problem, trust me, you will have a tough time in Java, because Java use curly bracket for begin and end. Begin and end. So what we are saying is, if average is less than 60, then you will say grade F. Else if there is another condition, and the parenthesis we say if grade is not less than 60, but it is 60 to 70, then you better do get grade D. So you are giving grade D if it is less than 70. So if it is less than 60, grade F. But if it is 60 to 70, grade D. I'm going to give you a little time so you can catch up. Please understand, if you do it right, you won't have a problem. Okay. Now I'll do another else if. You can see how repetition happen. Now those people do right, you won't have a problem because you know how it works. So else if in parentheses, if average is less than 80. In that case, you are going to give curly bracket, press enter, curly bracket, you press enter, and you say S out grade C. And then again else if average less than 90, and curly bracket, press enter, S out tab grade B. How beautiful it is, right? And last but not least, else you can say S out grade A. Nicely. And now run your program and check it out. Those who need help, I'm going to put it in a chat so you can do it. But the homework may need this kind of skills. So I added in a chat. Carefully see this. Nicely, every curly bracket has a closing curly bracket. Else if, nice and beautiful. You can see that. Nice and beautiful curly brackets are there. So don't count, make it happen. Start and close and properly. Run your program, enter different value and see if you are getting appropriate grade. B grade, C grade, D grade, A grade. So first of all, thank you, Yogesh. Awesome. You made me happy. At least I'll try a little bit with a positive heart, right? At least a couple of thumbs up, right? Many of you came and today you see now you're able to write at least 50+ line program. Congratulations. I'll take you all the way to 500 lines of program. Trust me, it takes time. I'm not giving up. See, our class ends around 11:30, but doesn't matter. Till I am achieving my goal, I'm committed. You will get all necessary support, but you need to promise yourself, don't miss class. If possible, come in person. If you need help, ask question. Do effort, right? We have WhatsApp group, participate and do homework, because first few weeks you need to put a lot of effort because you are building a muscle. Once it becomes autopilot, even you touch it and it will go. In few minutes, I'll just show you homework and we will call a day. I could not complete switch, but switch I'll cover next week. make sure you type correctly, because it should not be after typing you look for curly bracket. That's really bad. You're writing paragraph and doing spelling check. That's not right, man. That's not right. After writing program, if you do, how many curly bracket I need? Oh my God, I miss curly bracket. That's not right. You shouldn't be having that issue. Okay. Everyone understand how this program works, right? 0 to 60, which is 59. You are going to get F grade. 60 to 69, you're going to get D grade. 70 to 79, you're going to get C grade. 80 to 89, you are going to get B grade. And anything is above 90, you're going to get A grade. So this is called multi-condition if statement. Once your program runs, run it with enter different values and see what happened. Okay, any question, concern before I start showing homework? Everyone? Anyone has any questions, concerns? Okay, so I'm hoping that all of you are doing fantastic job. I copied this condition statements in the chat room, so you can just paste it in case if you're having a typing problem. But at the end of the day, you need to know how to write this thing, because you can do quite a good program using multi-if statements. Multi-if statement. This is multi-if statement. You can see here, first condition, if this is not true, you go here. If this is not true, you go here. If this is not true, at single point of time, only one condition will be applied, right? So this is the multi-conditions. Your condition here, condition here, condition here, condition here. So this is very popular concept. You may see often. And those who are QA students, if you know this thing, you do white box texting, because this is require a lot more data permutations in order to check each and every branch. So these are multi-branch. So each and every branch you have to test it.